So welcome back to the channel, welcome back. So I heard the news a couple of days ago and I was a bit like, wow, what's going on? Because I thought Dillian Whyte was meant to be fighting Lawrence Okoli. I put a video out there, but no. It seems like Bricktop is fattening up Dillian Whyte for slaughter. Let's get into it. So Moses Atuma, the young heavyweight sensation, 20-year-old, been touted to take Mike Tyson's heavyweight record. That's not going to happen at the moment now. It was said to be a bit of a PR stunt, but the 20-year-old prospect is now looking to move up the heavyweight division, and he needs a scalp. He needs a decent fight. He needs a name, right? A big name to push him up there, the heavyweight rankings. So none other than Dillian Whyte has been chosen. I don't know where the news has come from. I haven't heard it officially, but a lot of people are talking about it at the moment. And initially when I heard it, I thought to myself that Dillian Whyte wouldn't take a fight like this because it would essentially end his career. That's what I believe, right? And so people are still talking about it. Dillian Whyte hasn't come out and said anything. I haven't heard anything from Moses Atuma or any other promoters, but people are talking about it. So look, listen, Moses Atuma is still a prospect, and we don't know the ins and outs of the guy at the moment, right? He's been talked about in circles of boxing circles, right? To be able that he's going to be probably going to achieve some great things in his future, right? About 20 years old, he's still young. You don't want to rush him or feed him to the wolves right now. Dillian Whyte, an experienced fighter. Dillian Whyte's got plenty of good wins under his belt. When Dillian Whyte was in his, prime Dillian Whyte was a top 5 heavyweight, right? Top 5 heavyweight. And to tell the truth, Dillian Whyte could have been a heavyweight champion if it wasn't for Deontay Wilder, who denied him a title shot, right? 5 years Deontay Wilder held a belt, and three out of the 5 years, Dillian Whyte was #1 contender, and Dillian never got a shot until the title changed hands. Tyson Fury took the belt off of Deontay Wilder, and then eventually Dillian Whyte got his shot against Tyson Fury. But I'd have liked to have seen Dillian Whyte get his shot against Deontay Wilder. I always felt that Deontay Wilder was vulnerable, right? I always felt it, especially after the Lewis Ortiz fight. And I felt like Dillian Whyte could have put a dent in Wilder and probably taken the WBC belt. So Atuma, personally, I'm going to say it like this. He hasn't been tested. We don't know what Atuma's chin is like. We don't know what it's like if he takes a good bang on the chin. Can Dillian Whyte deliver that dangerous left hook that served him so well down the years? I don't know. Can he land it on Moses Atuma? That's the biggest thing. Can he actually land that hook on Moses Atuma? Moses Atuma's defense is not rock solid, right? We've seen him even against the journeyman, the American rugby player, Balogun, whatever his name is. No disrespect to him. We've seen Balogun touch Moses Atuma. You know, he touched him a few times, but never had the power to actually trouble him. So Moses just sucked the punches up. We've never seen Moses Atuma being dragged out into deep waters. You know, we've never seen him gone to the later stages of a fight. Dillian's a wily old fox. He's an experienced fighter. You know, I'm sure if Dillian Whyte gets in there with Atuma, he should be looking to use his ring experience, ring craft, to try and drag him into some later rounds, right? So we don't know what Atuma's like in the later rounds. We don't know what he's like when he faces adversity. All we've seen him do is go out there and knock out a load of journeymen. And for me, that's not enough information to go by. He's a great prospect, right? We can see he's a great finisher. He's got great ring IQ. He's got extremely fast hands. That's what's going to be Dillian's problem, the fast hands, right? And he's got big power. So yes, he's definitely a prospect. Yes, he could definitely pick up probably a version of the heavyweight title at some point in his career. But is he ready now to sweep up the division? Personally, I would say keep him away from the top 5 guys because you could mess him up. Let him take some of these top 15 guys, chop some of these guys down, gain a bit of experience, and maybe a year and a half, he can go in for a heavyweight title fight. That's what I personally say. But the body snatcher, Dillian Whyte, can he stop Atuma in his tracks? Will this fight even happen? I personally don't think this fight's going to happen. But people are talking about it, so I thought I may as well make a video about it. But can Dillian Whyte stop Moses Atuma, the prospect? I don't know. Dillian looked terrible in his last 2 fights, and personally, to tell you the truth, I think he's shot to pieces. Absolutely shot to pieces. And I would expect Moses Atuma to stop Dillian Whyte in probably 3 rounds. Right? I don't even think we would even see Dillian. I mean, this is just me making a prediction. You never know what's going to happen in heavyweight boxing, but I don't even believe we're going to see Dillian even. I don't know. Will he be able to will he be able to at least answer some questions for us about Moses Atuma and his chin? Will he be able to? Will he be able to expose something? I don't know. We don't know. But anyway, look, do us a favour. Smash the like button, hit that bell for notifications so we can get all the new and the latest videos.